Let's talk about Ford, and because part of the reason we're talking about autos today is because they did close under $9 a share for the first time in 6 years. What's going on with Ford?
Yeah, there's multiple elements here that are at work. First off, they've announced a big restructuring plan. We're waiting to hear more details on that. But there's just some global pressures as well. Fears about slowing international growth. The recent September numbers in the U.S. were a little weaker than expected, and there's just concerns on how things are going with trade overall. And so all of those elements are working to kind of pressure the stock price.
Well, Jeff, talk about that restructuring plan, because Jim Hackett has been saying he's got a big one coming. And then this week we sort of got one announcement of a few white-collar workers being let go. Why are they really eking it out in dribs and drabs rather than having an overall plan they present to the market?
And I think that's part of the pressure or feedback they've been getting, is just trying to get more information out to the street and to the stock market in general to try to evaluate the plan. I think they want to be thoughtful and they want to be deliberate and make sure that, of course, the employees know what's going on within the company, and that's very noble. But also there is a sense of urgency, I think, that needs to be held, and they just need to make sure they communicate the plan as effectively and as quickly as possible.
Yeah, one of the issues is trade with all the auto companies. At the same time, the trade issues right now seem to be focusing on China. Does that make Ford somewhat less exposed than, for example, a GM or, for that matter, a Daimler or something, because Ford does not have as big an operation in China, right?
That's correct. I think maybe on the periphery they're a little less exposed, but that is a very growing market, and it is a focus for their growth moving forward, as well as the other automakers. And so I think as China weakens, you're going to see some pressure on the share price, kind of no matter where they're at today with their sales level. Obviously, that's a big focus for them moving forward.
So how bad could it get with China as a practical matter? I know you don't cover VW, but yesterday they came out and said that their sales in China were down 10% in the month of September alone.
And yesterday we did hear some information from General Motors as well, that their sales were down 15% in the third quarter in China. And so we definitely have seen some weakening. We're looking a little bit forward from the standpoint of potential trade discussions at the end of November, at the G20 meeting with China. And so we'll see where those discussions go, and we'll have to kind of evaluate how the plans unfold from there.